Today we talk about reading and how I do reading in my classroom, specifically what I do for reading centers, because I strongly believe in having on-level small groups. So when I'm meeting with small groups, what are the other students gonna do? Well, they're gonna go to a center. So I'm gonna talk about the system that I use today and take you on a little bit of a tour so you can see how I implement it. But I have to disclaim first that this system is not mine. I use the Daily 5 system, and that system was created by Gail Boucher and Joan Moser, sorry if I said it wrong, aka the two sisters. So if you are interested in the Daily 5, this is not my intellectual property. I'm just merely using their structure and showing you guys how I interpret it. So they have a book called the Daily, they have a couple books actually. So be sure to check them out if you are interested in learning more. But for right now, we're going to jump into the 5 centers. So what does Daily 5 stand for, you might ask? They're the 5 centers that the students go to on a daily basis. So they go every day. They don't necessarily make it to all 5 centers every day, but they are the 5 centers that are set up in my room that they go to for part of their 90-minute reading block. I'm gonna take you on a tour and I'm going to show you each of those centers, but I'll outline them first. The centers are read to self, where you read to self, read to someone, where you read to someone, word work, which is phonics and letter sounds and word formation, stuff like that. There's work on writing, where they write, and then there is listening, where they listen to someone read a pre-recorded story. So let's get up and look at my different center setups and how I use them. Okay, I'm going to begin with the first center, read to self. So this is where the students pick a book to read to self. So I've set up this cute little library using, honestly, that was my dorm room chair when I was in college, and a beanbag, just a comfy area. They can eat, they have these stuffed animals that they can grab and they can read to. They pick out a book bin based off of a topic that they're interested in, or over here I have them divided by guided reading level. So they grab a book bin, they grab the stuffed animal if they want, and then they just pop a spot here, and for 20 minutes they read to self. Just get some good exposure to books. Now it looks a little funny because the chairs are up, but this is my writing table for work on writing. So what they do is they come over here, and there are 2 writing options usually over here. So this week it's a fix a sentence and a free write, but it changes each week. What they like about this center, those are pencils, but I never let them color with anything other than crayons at their seats. So they're very excited because they get to illustrate with either colored pencils or markers. So that's why they like this over here. So I also have a writing topics anchor chart that we worked on at the beginning of the year, where they can come up with different topics of writing. So if they have a free write, they can't say, oh, I don't know how to do it. So, because they've come up with ideas. So this is the Work on Writing Center. All right, you guys are gonna have to excuse the mess because this is not fancy pants. This is literally how my students left it. So this is the Word Work Center. So they come over here, and every week there is 6 different activities that are in the bins. They just start in the A bin and they go down. Now everyone sets this up a little bit differently, but sometimes there are like worksheets for them to do, and sometimes there are like activities for them to do. So each week it changes. Now they get all the materials right over here. So they need pencils or markers or glue, or sometimes they need to use the magnetic letters. And please, please, please don't judge me because this is a mess. But I have these things called wiki sticks where they where they can make the certain words, or I've got like stamps. So it's all very hands-on. It's supposed to be very first grade friendly. And like I said, it changes each week. So this over here, and they just usually just grab a clipboard and just kind of sit in this spot right here and work. So this is my Word Work Center. The next center is read to someone. So that's when you read with like a buddy. So how I have that set up, I just have like this little nook right here. And the first thing my students do is they grab the Phonics Book. So that teaches and reinforces the phonic concept of the week. So they grab it and they read with their buddy, and they just find a spot around the carpet here for them to read. Once they've read it and they found all of the phonics components, then they grab any of these books that I've laid out. You see this week I've done Dr. Seuss. And then they just spend some time reading to someone just around here. And last but not least is the listening center, where they listen to reading. Now this one changes a lot each week. So you have a couple different resources. So you can do Storyline Online, or you can use Epic. There are a whole bunch of websites that have pre-recorded content for little kids to listen to books being read aloud. Or I have the iPads right here. We're lucky enough to have classroom or 10, not a classroom set. And something that I like to let them do that they really, really enjoy is they get to open this book and there's QR codes. And so they take the iPads and they scan the QR codes, and it's broken down either by author or by subject. So they really enjoy doing that too. So these are all options, changes each week, but this is fundamentally the setup of the listening center. And the last but most important part of this is the whole reason that they are doing centers is so that I can meet with them in small on-level groups. So back here at my kidney table, this is where I meet with them, and I've got all my stuff planned back here so that I can do a small group with them and hopefully advance their reading level. So that is the system that I use, the Daily 5 system. I've had a lot of success with this system. I would love to hear from you, however, to see what reading centers you use. If you use Daily 5, have you had as much success? Do you like it as much as I do? If you use a different sort of curriculum or system, what do you do? And have you had much success with it? If you are interested in learning more about my listening center, I know I said that there are a lot of different apps that I would use for that. I've made a complete list of all the apps that I would use in the elementary classroom as a free resource. So the link to get that free resource is down below, and it's yours for free if you'd like it, so just click below to get it. I can't wait to see you guys next week, and again, let me know in the comments what you think of the Daily 5 system. Bye.